This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And I'm Gearoid Farrelly.
And you're listening to Agony Rants.
Welcome, listener. Welcome to the show where a Eurovision winner and a comedian heal your life, fix your world, change everything.
Everything.
Well, more or less everything, Niamh.
Do you want to change that lovely jumper you're wearing? I actually really like it.
Thank you.
I'm loving this kind of sideways, doctor.
Yeah.
It's like Star Trek stuff going on.
Yeah,
there.
I think it was made in, the children that made it in in whatever country it was made in.
Okay.
People are telling me this was a fashion choice. I assumed because it was €9 that it'd been made wrong. It was grand. €9 is €9.
Listen, I'm going to tell you that looks fantastic. I like it.
Thank you.
That's right up my street.
Really?
Yeah.
An asymmetrical zip?
Yeah, but the only difficulty I have, because I'm maybe a little fuller of figure in the front area, my whole life in certain like since I was 15, I basically woke up with a C cup, right? Anyway, so what I'm saying is things right up here sometimes have to be very specific for me if they're right up on the neck. I nearly need a V-neck. Do you know?
Niamh, how has your week been?
Well, actually, my week has been okay. This week, I was singing to old people, which I love, right? My mobile music thing.
There we go, killing the elderly.
Love that. Go down.
one song at a time.
Sing Que Sera Sera. I get to sing songs I never get to sing, right? The sequence of my soul. I love it. I love going in and singing to them. It's part of a project that we do, right? So that's great. But it
basically,
involves,
Eurovision winner comes into old folks' home.
That's right. And they all say I look taller.
They look taller?
And then somebody said to me the other day, well, they're all...
You're doing it in a doll's house?
No, to be fair, they're all sitting down.
Okay. That is one thing now, Niamh. Nobody has ever come up to you and said, Niamh, you look very tall.
No, I know. Unless I wear my heels, which I can't wear so much these days. Meanwhile, my husband's over in Scotland taking photographs from the top of mountains because he's an architecture photographer, right? So he does all the wind farm stuff and all that, so he does all these things. And we're like literally emailing each other going, where are you at this minute? Send little selfies. And so I just wish my life was more exciting than that currently. I'm trying to dress up the fact that I'm singing in an old folks home. But actually, it's this project I do, I love it, right? I absolutely love it because you get in to be whoever you want. Half the time they think I'm Mary Coughlin. And then the other time...
Mary Coughlin looks great.
Oh, she does? She looks fab.
No, but I mean, that's what they're saying. Look, you go, Mary Coughlin looks absolutely great. She really does. And then the rest of them are thinking, Una Healy's really let herself go.
Trust me, no one in there is saying Una Healy. They don't know who that is. I go in there and some of them tell me to shut up, like I'm too loud. But,
do they?
Yeah. I love it.
I love the idea of a little owl sitting in front of you as you were approaching the bridge of In Your Eyes. And they're just like, shut up, will you? We're trying to play cards.
Sing when we know. The staff want me to sing In Your Eyes. The rest of them not so much. A few of them remember the Eurovision, but most of them are going, she's all right if she's singing, Molly Malone. But I actually love the project. The project started during COVID when musicians didn't have work and the homes were isolated. And so Gerald, who's brilliant, like he's a cellist, and he kind of set this thing up. So lots of musicians got work out of it. But it's right up my street. It reminds me when I was a kid and we all kind of basically spent our time, singing. If there was 2 or 3 of us in a room, we all had a sing song. So I can sing any song I like in there. And I tell you, I have a banker.
What's the one that gets them going? Well,
definitely, it's the one that's in all our DNA, which is Country Roads. And you haven't lived until you've heard a piano, a cello and a singer doing Country Roads.
I was on holidays last week.
We live very different lives. Where were you?
I had a ball. I was in the Canaries, right? I was in Maspalomas.
Okay.
It was so nice. All I did was I literally parked myself in a sun lounger for a week and I read 2 books.
What did you read?
I read Emma Doran's new book. Yeah, her autobiography is very good.
Yeah, super.
Very good. Really enjoyed it. And I also read this book called Reading in the Queers about the gay history of Ireland.
Amazing. Am I mentioned?
Funnily enough, no.
Even though my year.
Your year was legalised, but there we are.
Yeah. I'm devastated.
But it was just so nice. But I did have a little incident, which I do want to talk about, which was quite upsetting. We know that I I like a dungaree.
I love you in your dungaree.
I'll wear them again, Niamh.
Do you know why I love you in a dungaree?
Why?
Because it makes you so happy. Like any piece of clothing that has that ability to make you feel
I feel
so
great
happy.
when I'm in my dungarees. I just absolutely love it. But anyway,
Okay, go on.
so I like to wear a dungaree, and also for sunwear, I did buy myself a pair of dungaree shorts.
Okay, I can see it.
Which is me in dungarees, so happy and content.
Were they loose or were they more lederhosen?
No,
like I'm just trying to.
they're loose. Niamh, I'm not getting railed in a club in Berlin.
I'm just trying to picture
And
how short. Short.
Well, they're like
Are they short shorts?
mid thigh.
Mid-thigh. Okay.
Mid-thigh.
Okay.
And I look
Shirt
right
or
in
no
them.
shirt?
Oh no, a t-shirt under them now, Niamh. As I said, it's not.
Okay.
It's not a club
Good
in
job.
Berlin.
Okay. You're in Maspalomas, right?
I'm not getting me nipples pierced in the disabled toilet. Like. Anyway,
Wow.
so me and other half, we went out. We had dinner, very nice night. We did a few drinks, and then it was our last night. So we were going back to the hotel, right? We went back to the hotel and we went into the bar, which we don't normally do because it's always horrific. Here's the thing. Now that you mentioned
What's
singing,
the thing?
there's a lot of work for singers in Maspalomas,
What are you saying?
and there's not a lot of singers.
Oh. There's a reason for
There's
that.
a lot of people doing the job. Niamh.
Okay.
But and I went out one night. I felt really bad about this. I did go out one night, and I was absolutely hammered. I don't know why. It was like the first night I went out, and I was just like, "Yeah, we're having a good time." I think it's because when you go to another country, you're unsure of the measures.
Okay.
And I don't really like. I know
let's
it sounds
go with
like I
that.
don't really.
Let's go
drink.
with you're
But-
unsure of the measures, right?
I certainly didn't drink, but I'm a lightweight.
Yeah, but it's
And
the
I don't
first time
really
you've been
like
off
the
for a
taste
while.
of alcohol. So I tend to drink things that taste nice.
Okay.
So I was drinking cocktails. Now, I didn't realise over there, like, they just pour and pour and pour.
Yeah.
To say I was bananas, right? I mean, like, when I'm out, I'm out, mate.
I'm
the
devil.
first night, I went to that Jumbo Centre. Me and my other half, we went to the Jumbo Centre.
Okay.
We went to bar hopping, Niamh. Bar hopping. Now, we'd gone for dinner first. I had 2 cocktails. To say I didn't know my own name by the end of it. I passed out in a Burger King. I threw up out the window of a taxi.
Tick.
It was, we went, there was this man singing. Now,
Okay.
not a note in the man's
Okay.
head, right? And I felt that the crowd were being very rude to him.
As in not listen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I stepped in. And in retrospect, he probably didn't appreciate that.
Oh, as in you took over the singing or you?
No, I stepped in with the crowd. I was like, no. No, we're going to listen to him. Is he shit? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But he deserves some respect.
Did you seriously do that?
Yeah, it's not great now. It's not a great story. I don't come off well. Anyway, I don't know why I said it. Well, look, I'm on my holidays. I've been that soldier in a corner of a bar and everybody's ignoring them.
Oh, yeah.
And
We've all been that
I'm
soldier.
not sure I'd have wanted somebody to step in the way I did, but I did. And you know what? He got some respect.
Did he?
Did
he want it? Maybe he was happy in the corner, nobody paying attention to him.
Well,
living his own life in the corner.
They certainly paid attention when I
I'll
was
bet.
finished. So we went down to the bar in the hotel. I was in my dungaree shorts.
Okay.
It's not a bit drunk. And as I was walking through the bar, people kept pointing at me.
Oh,
They were pointing at me and I thought, I am
you've made it.
so famous. And I had an orange t-shirt.
Okay.
And I had a pair of like Birkenstocks, brown Birkenstocks.
Okay. I'm in the room.
So
with you.
I was having a very nice time. But again, people were like, they'd look over and they'd point. I think, that's me, yeah, I'm a comedian. And then I went to the loo and I was on my way back. And then somebody pointed and then somebody else laughed. And I was like, I am so funny. I just felt great about myself, right?
Good.
And then I realised what people were finding quite hilarious. And that was that there was a young girl of about 18 months dressed identically with an orange t-shirt, denim dungaree shorts and brown flip-flops. Now, When we realised this, like everybody else in the room, I was very amused. I found this. I was like, this is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. My boyfriend was absolutely mortified. And I thought this was really funny. Here's the thing that I didn't think of is that a middle-aged man in dungaree shorts, people actually find that quite unnerving. So when I said to the parents, I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. Can I have a picture with the child? They were like, absolutely not. Under no circumstance. I gotta be honest, the mother was a bit of a bitch now. And she was pissed as well. Like, she fell off her wedges. But like, it was...
I don't know where you would have kept that photograph, to be fair. And not be arrested for it.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't find it hilarious.
No.
But anyway.
Any day now I'm going to go into one of my mobile music things and some person in the home will be dressed the same as me. And that's the day I'm going to leave.
It comes to us all.
That's like the time when I flew, I was collecting my mother-in-law, you know, may she rest in peace, years and years ago from the airport, and she turned up in the same boots that I was wearing.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they prescription?
They were... They were one of my favourites. They're from Clark's, actually. They were a nice blood red pair of, you know, they were really fab.
Blood red?
Yeah, they were amazing. She was very trendy in her shoes.
Blood red boots?
Even with her bunions. What?
Blood red boots?
Yeah, they were kind of, very fabulous. And, you know...
Fair play.
They were fab. But I loved them and I used to wear them a lot and then I could never wear them again after that.
I remember you used to have like a pair of boots that come up to your thighs that had studs all across the top of them.
Yeah. You can, if you want to reference them, you go find them on the national vinyl. That's why RT never let me dress myself. I wore a body stocking.
Oh, you wore them on the
I wore in the national final in
the
93.
select to pick in your eyes for Eurovision.
In your Minsters, yeah. I wore a body stocking and a little bolero jacket when I, you know, and a pair of thigh-high boots with studs on the top, above the knee.
So Ireland were looking at like, we want something that looks like, you know.
They were butter soft. I
Butter
still
soft.
have them.
Do you?
Because they're handmade Italian leather. I bought them. I'm always about the shoe. I love a shoe.
Wait, do you ever wear them?
Sometimes. Not out.
Niamh, nobody needs this now.
I don't match them with dungarees.
Get out of
dungarees.
Get out of the gutter, Niamh.
Would we have a tour ad by any chance?
We do have a tour ad, Niamh.
I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't be the same if there wasn't a
Daddy's
tour.
back on tour, children.
Daddy.
I
weird.
am going all over the country with my new show, Gearoid. It's going all around the country, and this month I will be in Ratoath, the Riverbank Arts Centre in Newbridge, the Spirit Store in Dundalk,
Oh, I love all those venues. They're great.
Abbey Tavern in Howth, St John's Theatre in Listowel. I will be all around the country until next June, including a show at the Cork, the Everyman in Cork, and the...
I'm in the Everyman on the 11th of October. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, day after my birthday. I'll be in the Everyman in Cork in January, and I'll also be in Vicar Street in March or April, I think. One of them. Anyway, gearoidfarley.com if you want to get tickets, and I'd love to see you there. We are pausing for a moment to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network. If you would like to support the show, you can do so by subscribing to Head Stuff Plus for as little, Niamh, as €5 a week.
God's
A
sake.
month. €5 a month.
Well, if you want to give us €5 a week, you're welcome.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Not even a cup of coffee now these days, huh?
And in return for that, you will get bonus content from us, which is our Vintage Rants show. And not only that, you will get bonus content from all of the shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network, including the show that we are cross-promoting this week, which is this one.
Very quick aside, I got a message from my hen guy down in Wexford. Right? You know the hen guy?
Oh, your hen guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
this
he
is
now-
just for the listener. This is one of the many men
Who love me.
who happens to have a hen
Red
called
hen.
after Niamh Kavanagh.
But he
Which
sent-
you might think, if you're an international listener, surely there can't be many of them. We're actually finding out there are quite a few.
more than you think. So, you know, Donald Scann is definitely to definitely to blame for that. He started the trend. Anyway, apparently he's got one called Gearoid now.
Does he?
I know. I'll show you on the break.
It's the hen called after
Yeah,
me.
you love it. See,
That
we're
is so
together
nice.
in hendom.
I would have preferred a cock though.
Well, We'll just
Wouldn't
leave
I
that there.
always? Niamh,
We are so bold this morning.
this is
Come
so
on.
bold. We're going to have to start marking this as explicit. Anyway, we have a follow-up.
I love follow-ups.
We
You
do
know I
have a follow-up, Niamh.
Okay.
We have a follow-up from Brandon.
Oh, Brandon.
Do I remember Brandon?
You'll know when you read
certainly
it.
do not.
I bet you'll know it when you read it.
Hi, Agony Rants. Sending you a well overdue follow-up. Now, here's the point. A follow-up is never overdue.
Never.
We want to hear, we don't care if it's from episode 1, we want to hear your follow-ups.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote in a number of months ago for advice on how much to involve children with money. I remember this.
See, I told you would.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
I had a grown-up in the house with lots of money worries, and I was disagreeing with my wife how involved in finances and money our boys should be. Firstly, Gearoid, yes, I am the straight male listener. We're getting a few of them.
We are.
Welcome.
Is it you or me?
Oh, it's you, I'd say.
Well, maybe.
I don't tell the other lads what you do be saying. What a beautifully constructed sentence.
I know, but that's the way they say it. In that moment, I was back home.
Thank you for your advice. You were right. I needed to listen to my wife and start introducing our kids to the concept of money. We reached a reasonable compromise for now. We'll talk about money in terms of things that are nice to have. We avoid discussing bills, food costs, and anything that might cause concern. While I recognise we are fortunate financially, this approach allows me to raise my kids without the worries that kept me up at night as a child.
Well done.
Oh God, I'd love to be financially fortunate.
We aspire for it.
My God.
We aspire to it every time we buy a set for life.
Yeah, I think it's because you do your own tax.
Oh yeah.
Or well, not that you do your own tax, but you have your
You do your own accounts.
Your tax isn't deducted.
Yeah.
So I every so often I go, I am so rich, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the bread line, and that's in the same week.
I don't own that.
Instead, we've started giving them budget challenges. On weekends, they plan outings or takeaways with a set budget. That's great.
I love it.
Recently, we've gone to the zoo, bowling, and even tried to make homemade pizzas, all within the budget set by the boys.
Love that.
It's helping them learn about money while keeping it fun. Of course, as they grow older, we'll have to expose them to more and more.
Good.
Thanks for the great advice you give out, Brandon.
Brandon, I love that.
That's amazing.
You should write
at
a
us.
book.
Look at us, helping people left, right and
We
centre.
are amazing.
Yeah, I'm very proud of us.
I know. Gearoid, we have a problem. Hi, Gearoid and Niamh. I just wanted to ask for some rational and possibly not so rational advice.
Well, we
So
can
who are
cover
they
both of them.
I got engaged last year and have booked our wedding for 2026. My only sibling, my brother, announced a few months ago that he has booked his wedding for 3 months after ours in 2026.
Oh.
I have to say I had very mixed emotions about it as it came out of the blue, and I felt a little bit hard done by. But I bit my tongue, and thankfully I didn't say anything negative other than it's going to be a busy time for us and the family.
Well, now, how did you say that? Did you say, well, it's going to be a busy time for us and the family?
I'm dead behind the eyes. Yeah, I know. Our cousin has been planning on getting married abroad, so they had their civil service this summer. I wasn't invited, but my brother was. The cousin has now said their celebrity part of the wedding will now be in Ireland, and the date is in between my wedding and my brother's. Like, why? Why wait 18 months after getting actually married and plonk yourself in between ours for the celebrations? 4 weeks after mine, to be exact.
Here.
There's no special reason for picking this date. It's not an anniversary, etc. I've never really had a close relationship with this cousin, but my brother has. The cousin has still not said it to me directly about their wedding. I have heard it through my brother, so I've been overthinking the whole scenario in my head. Am I allowed to be annoyed about this?
Yes.
Yes, you're allowed to be annoyed about this. My friends have said to book my honeymoon around the time of my cousin's wedding.
Yeah.
I don't want to cause a fallout, but I kind of don't want to go. I'm afraid I'd say something I'd regret after a few wines. Oh, a bit like you.
How dare you?
I'm also worried that the extended family will be annoyed at the expense of 3 weddings in the space of 3 months. Mine is first, thank God, but I feel the shine has gone off a bit. I'm a bit sad for my brother whose wedding is last now and cringe a little bit thinking of what the family will think. What's your thoughts? Love you too. Looking forward to seeing Gearoid rage. Please don't use my real name. Okay.
These people
Yeah.
are absolute pricks.
Be specific.
I don't mean her. I don't mean our letter writer.
No.
Our letter writer. What I will say is right. Is you're the only person in this whole scenario that has a conscience.
Yeah.
Because you booked your wedding first, and you're the one that's worried about these two other weddings that are. Do you know what? They're not your problem.
No.
They're absolute. Like, by God, they're everybody else's problem.
They really are.
They really are. Like, that guy, the cousin who booked. I'll tell you what's going on there. Right, the cousin that booked the celebration.
Right.
Right in the middle. He is looking at you and your brother, you're having your weddings, and he's going, oh, we should have had a wedding. Oh, what about us? What about our wedding? Everything's getting forgotten. Everyone's celebrating them. So he has plonked one in the middle. That guy's an asshole.
So basically, he was planning to go abroad. We say the cousin was planning to go abroad, right? And get married. But now they've decided to get married here.
Oh.
Even though they're already married.
They're taking the piss.
They could have theirs anytime.
Now, the interesting thing is, right, were they planning... I wonder if they were planning to have their wedding at that time abroad anyway. But you know what? The letter writer is getting worried about stuff that doesn't concern them. Yeah. I know it could impact your wedding in that people need to make their decisions as to what ones they're going to go to, because very few people can afford
3 weddings.
3 weddings in 3 months.
Yeah, it depends on how they do it, but yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a lot of expense. But you're not the one that's caused this. You're the one that was getting married first, and then your brother announced he was getting married 3 months after you. And even that now, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Well, it's a huge strain on your parents, actually. Let's start with the parents.
Yeah.
Right? Physically, emotionally,
I mean,
financially.
My mother needs to be medicated to get her into a hat.
I know.
Like, to pick a hat.
I know.
You might as well be trying to pick a house.
She might go for fascinator. There's less of a commitment.
My brother and my sister got married, I think, just like a couple of weeks under a year apart.
Okay.
And even that was like...
That's stressful. Yeah, there's a lot involved.
That's a lot.
Each one, yeah.
But
depending on how big you're doing
3 months, like the same season.
It's huge.
That's crazy.
It's huge. And you know what? It's a lot of money for all the guests. And you're right. What's going to happen is people are going to decide which one they're going to go to.
Do you know what I'm curious about? I'm curious if the cousin has been invited to your wedding and your brother's wedding. Because that's going to be just as expensive for him, like.
Well, I'm going to say this, right?
Go on.
If he didn't invite you to the civil wedding, you are in no way obliged to go to the wedding. However, I'm going to make a couple of points. First of all, you might be disappointed if you don't go, right? Because there'll be a lot of people there.
Now.
And then the other thing I'm going to say is, right, before you go further down this road.
Never.
And take me away from my brain.
Disappointed about missing a wedding.
No, never. Never. Make the decision and don't go if you need to. That's not. And actually, if you can't afford it, more importantly, you're planning a wedding and a honeymoon, which means you are putting a lot of outlay. How can you afford to go to another 2 weddings? Especially one of them is your brother's wedding, which is like requires a bigger financial commitment in some ways. And people nowadays, they don't just have one day.
I know, you see, that's the thing. And that's what I'm kind of wondering, it's her only sibling is her brother, and he's getting married 3 months after her. And do you know why that doesn't make sense? Is because weddings, like, for a family, I mean, they're not my bag, I have to say. I've enjoyed all of my brothers and sisters' weddings. I genuinely have. But their weddings, I think it's because they're just not my thing.
Yeah.
I don't like dressing up. I don't like meeting all of my relatives at once. I don't like...
This is why we're friends.
Everything about a wedding. I just don't like anything about it.
Yeah.
But I love the celebration.
Involved.
I love the people involved.
Yeah.
But they're just really, really not my bag. So, but for a lot of families, they're a massive celebration.
Massive.
And you wonder why you'd waste them, like, by essentially having them so close together, essentially comparing them to each other. Whereas if you had one like 2 years later, you might be...
Yeah, but now she's doing hers first, so they'll have to follow her.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But actually,
none of this is her concern. I think we need to reiterate
no petty
this.
here. Let's leave pettiness aside. But inside you can feel smug that you're first, and you can be fabulous, right? But what I'm going to say to you is there's no obligation for you to be doing anything. Of course, you have to go to your brother's wedding. That's a no-brainer, right? But actually, at the end of the day, you plan your day. Please don't let anybody take any joy away from it. This is a big day for you. Obviously, you've been taking time. Get your save the dates out first.
Yeah.
Get that out first and get organised. Maybe the cousin is talking about doing it. Maybe they haven't actually set it. You know, maybe there's logistics involved, but you can't be responsible for any of that. Let them do what they do. You do what you do. Celebrate your day. Live it, love it. By the time they'll get to the third one, they will be a little bit jaded from it. Weddings are hard work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money involved in going to weddings. They can't wear the same dress to all three. You know, you can't, something as simple as that. I just know that my mother absolutely goes mad at me because I reuse dresses all the time. You know,
Yeah, of
I hate
course.
wearing them, so I don't want to buy loads of them. And so, you know, you're right to feel that it feels a little bit personal, but it's not necessarily. They mightn't occur to them, especially if they are two blokes, because they don't necessarily think the same way as you.
Do you know what the problem here is?
What?
Everyone has become so polite and restrained.
Yeah.
What should have happened there now, and I'm not saying that she should regret this, but as soon as she heard about her brother's wedding, she should have said, "What the hell?
Are you mad?
How dare you?"
How very.
She should have thrown a strop and just said, "What are you at?"
Yeah, but then I know what's wrong with her. She's thinking then she's going to come across like a spoiled
Bridezilla.
princess.
But it's okay. I think that's okay. Do you know who should step in here? Your parents.
I think her parents are probably sitting in the corner going, how the hell are we going to afford all this? Because the undertaking of the parents, I know they don't do quite the same. They don't pay for the whole wedding. But they'll be paying a good chunk of money.
But a wedding. Like a wedding is a grand. And the rest.
And the rest. And for people directly involved in the family, a lot more.
Yeah.
Depending on where it is, what they're doing. It's so much money, and that's a lot on extended family and friends.
I think you should just ignore both of their weddings.
You plan your wedding.
And it's not a bad idea about the honeymoon.
Yeah, if you feel happy. Unless the cousin is desperate to have you there, but I can't see why.
And I'll tell you something. After your wedding, you are going to be so weddinged out. The absolute last place you want to go is to somebody's wedding.
Well, is her... But no, the cousin's wedding is maybe a month after, is it? If it's 2 months between.
It's a month after her wedding, and then a month or 2 months after that is going to be her brother's wedding.
Is she likely to be still on honeymoon a month after her wedding?
I got to be honest. There is one culprit in here.
Who?
It's the brother.
Yeah, the brother is.
The brother is the big culprit. Look, you weren't invited to the civil service of your cousin. You're not as close to him.
You're not obliged to that. Don't worry about that.
The whole thing of that being 4 weeks after yours. Look, it's unfortunate, but that's no big deal.
Yeah.
Your brother planning something 3 months after yours, he needs to cop on.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I would imagine that he will realise that pretty soon because he's going to have the expense of your wedding. And the last thing he wants is the expense of your wedding on top of his wedding.
Well, maybe he wants to wear the same suit.
He might push it out, or he might. The one thing you should be prepared for is because 2026 is quite far away.
Yeah.
That he may pull it forward.
Yeah, but that shouldn't change her life.
No, it shouldn't change your life.
Change her life.
But just, it could be that he, instead of having it 3 months after yours, he has it 6 months before yours.
Again, not her problem.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
None of this is your problem. What you are is a empathetic person. And
Yes.
the reason you wrote to us is because you're concerned about everybody else.
I love that you're
Let
doing
it go.
that. I love that you're doing that, but actually now you have to stop thinking about that.
Let it go.
You should have the day you want.
Yeah.
And
you rinse those people for every penny.
Just get the save the date out first so people plan.
Yeah. Fake an illness and do GoFundMe.
Okay.
That's my pension plan.
That's a whole trouser leg I wasn't expecting to go down.
I'm going to fake an illness. I'm going to ask to be sent to, Nicaragua for a life-saving, operation.
Nicaragua?
Yeah. Get 100 grand. Or maybe I'll do it for Boots.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, she needs a life-saving
Animals will
personality
raise more
transplant.
money than comedians.
Exactly.
any given day.
I do. I always think that must be, because sometimes I go on to GoFundMe, and sometimes when you see like a horse, you know, like a lame horse has raised more money than, you know,
I know.
someone who was shot.
I know.
And you're like, that must sting.
Now, I have an idea, right? If you dressed Boots in a pair of dungarees and an orange, you could dress the same. I think you'd make more money.
I know. I did, like the only time me and Boots have ever coordinated outfits, and I'm not going to say it hasn't happened, it has, was we both dressed up as Batman for a bake-along. The Halloween bake-along during COVID.
I remember.
And
it was fabulous.
yeah, people were quite unnerved, actually. I think somebody reported me.
No, I loved it.
Niamh, we've a second problem.
Love the second problems. Come on.
Now, I'll be honest, I was very confused by this problem when I got it,
Okay.
right? Because the subject of this email was help. I'm a chronic emotional masturbator.
Well, you were straight in on that, I'd say, were you?
I opened it immediately.
It's the fastest you ever opened an email.
Now, I didn't realise that an emotional masturbator is somebody that is, I think, indulging in fantasies. I thought it was like having a crank.
Yeah, no.
Which was like a cry wank.
Okay.
But that's not what it is.
I could have gone my whole life without thinking about that.
Okay.
And now I'm adding in a pair of dungarees. Shorts.
Well, there's no fly. Dear Niamh and Gearoid.
Oh my God.
First of
I'm
all,
going to survive this one.
huge fan of the podcast. I listen to you religiously. And I feel I know you better than 80% of my work colleagues. Colleagues?
Yeah,
That's
I know,
a
not
strange
your friends.
analogy.
Like,
Okay.
I feel a bit disappointed about that. I was with you right up to there.
So, on to the first of many problems I would appreciate your advice on. We're here for them.
Love it.
I am a chronic emotional masturbator. This has spiraled out of control recently to the point where partaking in my nightly emotional masturbation sessions is no longer a pleasurable experience. Do you know what? I'm going. Just give me 1 second, because I'm just going to Google emotional masturbation
In case we're
really
misconstruing.
wrong. I'm just going to say, what is emotional masturbation? Refers to a form of behaviour where you obsessively fantasize about a person you have just started dating or have been on one date with.
Okay. So, in other words, you skip ahead.
It's skipping ahead.
Skipping ahead.
Most of us have indulged probably in low-level emotional masturbation because imagining a future with somebody is natural. I just didn't realise I was doing it. I am the biggest emotional wanker the world has ever seen. Okay.
Okay. So we're back in the room.
Okay, this has spiraled out of control recently to the point where partaking in my nightly emotional masturbation sessions is no longer a pleasurable experience. I have always indulged in fantastical daydreaming going off to sleep. Nothing untoward. There's many websites for that. More just wishful living. Imagining my life if I won the lotto. That's...
No, listen, there isn't a person alive.
That's a weekend for me. Imagining my future wedding with whoever I was talking to on Grindr that day. Imagining me winning an argument I had with a teacher 20 years ago in school. Absolutely. Or showing up at the teacher's house and setting it on fire. The normal things we all think about. Emotional masturbation. Feeling emotionally content dreaming of a fictional situation.
So rewriting sometimes?
Yeah.
You know, a better comeback.
I do that
Listen,
all the time.
I do it. I love doing it in the car when I'm on my own.
Yeah. I
love
have the
it.
row.
The
And then I
journey's
realised that, you know what the problem with that is?
What is?
I have a dash cam. And I realised recently that does record audio.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had to delete the memory card because what's on that?
Wow.
Anyway, however, 3 years ago, I matched with a guy on Tinder. Let's call him Fiacre for anonymity's sake. Without going into too much detail, Fiacre was everything I would have put on paper as my ideal partner. Attractive, tall, had a talent he was passionate about, nice smile, strong academic background, and attractive. We chatted for a few days on Tinder. I was going away for a couple of weeks at the time, so I told him I'd message him when I got back. We said we'd meet up and exchange WhatsApp details. I WhatsApped him when I was back and we chatted a bit again. Every time I suggested a coffee or a drink though, Fiacre had a new reason why he couldn't make it. Plans with friends, heading home for the weekend, Eventually, the excuses culminated in him telling me that he just entered into the early stages of a relationship with somebody else and wanted to give that a chance. So that we should probably stop messaging. Fair enough, right? Except, being the curiously unhinged person that I am, I do like this person.
I know.
I like
so
this person a lot.
now.
I had to see who had bagged my future husband. Of course you did. Of course you did. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I did some light cyber stalking.
You know
Twitter,
about that, don't you?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, dating apps, local newspapers. I like this person. And discovered that Fiacre was still very much active on Tinder and Hinge. No relationship in sight on the socials. I just took it that he wasn't interested but didn't want to say that, so I didn't message him again. Thankfully, I'm only internally unhinged. Well, look, there's an awful lot to be said for that now.
I know.
Also, I didn't know his address to arrive with 3 dozen roses and a boo box playing You Belong With Me. Probably a blessing in disguise.
Wow. I'm in love with this person.
He's great, isn't
He
he?
needs to be our friend.
Anyway, to make a long story longer, despite all of the above, I cannot get this man out of my head. All my fantasies about getting married to previously faceless, ever-changing people now have his stupid, beautiful face. In my fantasy world I go to before I sleep, he has come home with me on a weekend to my family. He has attended our extended family Christmas get-together where everyone loved him and couldn't believe I was lucky enough to get him. Well, that's not great now.
Go on.
Couldn't believe I was lucky enough to get him. No. He needs to value himself more.
Okay.
He has played music at family funerals. Oh, he's a musician. These people are still very much alive. Wow. This is very much unhinged.
So we know what his passion is anyway.
Okay, yeah.
His passion is music, clearly.
Yeah, I'm fantasizing about his dead relatives.
I'm killing people off so he can sing at their funerals.
But in my alternate reality, they seem to have died more than a few times. Their funeral music was great, though. Fiacre has proposed to me no less than 14 times in 14 breathtaking scenarios.
Love that.
I've lived through the most amazing wedding. The walk down the aisle with accompanying music. First dance, wearing stunningly unique matching wedding outfits. We have basically done everything except pick out the matching coffins and urns.
Love that.
If emotional masturbation was a sport, I'd be winning gold at the Olympics. The problem is, Fiacre's face would be on the medal. So, I'm writing to ask, how do I stop myself doing this? How do I finally put Fiacre into an early, very overdue grave? I'm sorry, but the death motifs around this letter are, quite frankly, unnerving. I know the real answer is therapy and a mild lobotomy, but in this economy, who can afford either? Please help me stop emotionally masturbating. It's exhausting, but it's also such a lovely, safe world to drift off to sleep in. Looking forward to hearing your advice. Paul. P.S. My life is a mess, so this will not be the last problem from me.
Paul, please promise me this is not the last problem.
Paul, I mean,
you wrote it beautifully.
Paul, come in. Come on the podcast. We'd love to have you.
Oh my gosh, we could have a whole series.
You see, here's the thing, right? Fantasy is a big part of my existence.
Genre.
I need it. Yeah. It's part of my work. It's part of my personality. It's who I am. But there's a fine line between it being like just this lovely
alternate universe.
Yes, and being something that is actually a prison. Because in this situation, this is what it is. Like you've imprisoned yourself. You're stopping yourself now from meeting other slags on the internet. Okay. Like Fiacre is not the only man out there to ruin your life.
No,
there are plenty more of them.
Fiacre may not be the man that you think he is.
Exactly.
Because you haven't had enough to go by. And he could be a terrible kisser.
He could be a terrible
kisser. And there's nothing worse.
The worst thing in the world.
I think the first thing you need to do is imagine him being the worst kisser on the planet.
What you need to do is
farting in bed. I don't know. Whatever.
You need to make one last play for Fiacre.
No.
Right?
I disagree.
He has rejected you. He's rejected you in a very mild way. So what you need to do is you need to let him hurt you. Right? You need to get in touch and go, hey, we messaged a while ago. Do you fancy going for that coffee? And if he says no, block him. Delete. That's the end. Put an elastic band on your wrist, and every time you think of him, snap it.
I like the last bit you said.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I wouldn't bother.
Wouldn't matter context in him?
No. Would not bother in any way. Don't be nasty to him. If he comes to you, then take that as a thing. But actually, I think you're done here. I want you to be done here because you
I
are
want
worth
him to be
more.
done here too, because
You're
to be
worth
honest
more
with you,
than
I'd like
that.
to make a play for Fiacre.
I know. And to be fair, Fiacre's on Tinder, Hinge and Grindr. I think he's not particularly, specific.
You see, that's the thing. Where Fiacre is probably... Fiacre is doing the opposite to you. Right?
Okay.
What our letter writer, Paul, is doing... Were we all right to say his name?
He didn't say.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So what Paul is doing is he has like, Fiacre, this is the only man in the world. I'm going to like absorb him into my DNA and make him a part of my life. He's not part of your life. The fantasies that you have about him are part of your life, and he is the face of your fantasies. And as long as Fiacre is the face of your fantasies, none of your fantasies are going to come true, because Fiacre he doesn't exist.
Not in your life anyway.
No.
That'd be the same as me having the fantasies about Keanu Reeves. I'm about as likely. I could though.
I absolutely would.
I adore
Especially
him.
in Speed.
Oh yeah.
When you had his little chunky cropped
Finish
hair.
that sentence quick.
And his tight white t-shirt.
Yeah, he was amazing. I love
know,
him.
and
but
in
what I'm
spite
saying,
of that, and if ever there was somebody that cannot act,
I know, I don't care.
he's the worst actor in the world.
No, I disagree. He's just not.
Oh, we need to keep the bus over 50 miles an hour.
This is where we go. Shh, don't speak.
Yeah, exactly. Don't speak. Just continue to lick me leg.
Look, Paul. Right, I'm going to have my say here.
Have your say, Niamh.
Fiacre is done.
He's done.
And I want you to move on because you are worthy of way more.
Exactly.
I'm going to bring a little scenario to you that I think might help you. I think you should consider writing a rom-com around funeral homes. Romance fiction. Surely funeral romance fiction is a thing or could be a thing. You could make, the amount of, you definitely centred around a funeral home. Is he a funeral director? I don't know. Are you a funeral director? I don't know. It seems to be a lot of funeral situations going on here. But anyway, leave Fiacre. Get out of the habit of him. But I actually want you out of the emotion. I love the little flights of fancy you have and that makes you happy at night. I think you need to get laid. I think you need to find someone and physically have somebody there.
You're
Am I being
right.
too
You're
brutal?
right. You know what, Niamh? That's exactly what you need to do.
I'm normally not
You
as
need to
brutal as that.
Get out and...
You're gorgeous. I would love to have you in my life, as messy as you are. I think you're funny. You've got lovely ways about you. So don't waste it on somebody who doesn't exist.
Yeah, you're wasting it on somebody. And you're right, that person doesn't exist. Everything that makes Fiacre 3D to you, you have invented and created. And none of it exists. And
From a few WhatsApp conversations.
Maybe he's gorgeous to look at, and maybe he's like really talented.
He also might be a pain in the arse.
Could be an absolute prick.
Terrible kisser.
He could
Smelly feet.
fart.
Yeah, he would
Like
fart. Everybody farts.
No, but like one of those people like, oh, better out than him.
Some people like
One of
that.
those pricks. No. Absolutely
There's
not.
a website for everything.
Or he might do those, like midway through his meal, he just does like low, long.
Oh yeah, I hate them.
Burps.
I hate them. But no. Look, I'm telling you,
Here's the interesting thing.
just the one.
I'm on to something here.
Right.
Every single fantasy that you have had about Fiacre.
Involves death.
No. Well, it does, but that's...
It's a lot of death.
Is that concerning? Yes, it is.
It's a small bit.
But every single... It's not like you're having fantasies about Fiacre that you drive around in a van solving mysteries, or that you form like a pop duo and win the Eurovision. Do you know what I mean? Every single fantasy that you are having about Fiacre is actually achievable in your life.
Yeah.
But what will make 100% certain that you don't achieve any of those things is because you've stamped Fiacre all over them.
Are you saying we can't go out in a van and solve mysteries? Because I'd love to do that.
Look, we probably can't, but I would give it a go.
I would.
I would give it a go.
I think you and I'd be great.
First we need to find a mystery, which I think would be difficult. And I do think if we did, we wouldn't have a hope in hell of solving it.
I'm good with crosswords.
We
Puzzles. I've done an
we'd end
escape
up going,
room.
we just go in and we just have a coffee and think about it, and then we give up.
There might be baked goods.
But I do think that's important because as long as Fiacre is in your fantasies, that is what it means you will not move on. It means you won't, because you love those fantasies so much. A boyfriend or like a little regular shag is going to take you away from the thing that you're getting all this pleasure from. So you need to stop. Absolutely need to stop.
The other thing you also need to do is just get out among people and stop living in that space. I love a little space where I live this alternate life where I've said just the right thing at the right time, or I've won the set for life. That's the one where you win money every month, right?
Oh my God.
That's the one I want. I don't want the big money.
Oh, I do want the big money.
No, I want the big money. I want 10 grand a month for the next 30 years. And I will stay alive for 30 years if that happens.
Niamh, I want, you've no idea how much I need a lottery win. I just want it.
I think you deserve it.
I know.
You are the right person to win it.
Do you know what? I would be very good with a lottery win.
I think you would.
I'd give the DSPCA money.
What now? Oh, right.
The animal shelter, I'd give them money.
Yeah.
Everyone else can shag off. But those dogs, I won't see. And I'd fund an album, Niamh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that'd never be cash because you never fucking do it.
We are friends. We are very much friends. We're just going to leave that there.
But
look, I want you in the real world, Paul.
Paul, into the real world. Yeah, you're dead right. But I think, do you know what, Niamh? You make a great point. Paul, get yourself on the apps.
Yeah.
Take some trashy, thirsty photographs of yourself.
Love it.
And send them out.
Fun.
Put them up like Maura Rose. How do I get these gorgeous naked photographs on the internet? And just get out there, and you need to just shag around for a little bit.
Have some fun.
There's a new Fiacre out there. There's a better Fiacre.
And it's not always about sex, to be fair, right? Let's just say it's not always about sex. I mean, sex should be involved, right? Or else
but sometimes it's somebody making you toast.
But I want somebody who'll make me laugh, who wants to be with me, right? Somebody has to make those choices.
A little handy.
Excuse me?
Just
Like fix things around the house?
No, well, okay, yeah.
We're very different stages of our lives.
But
somebody come in and fix something in the house for me, it makes me very happy.
Well, if somebody came in and fixed my fridge, I'd give them a hand.
Literally.
Literally, I absolutely would. Yeah, it'd be worth it. It's not that you are living some emotionally stunted, crippling life. Actually,
you're probably more honest than most people, recognising that you live in this space.
What I'm gonna say is, and you might not like to hear this, you're just being a bit lazy. You're being a bit lazy with yourself.
Maybe it's safe.
It's safe, yeah, but it's also a bit lazy. It's like, sure, I don't need to go out there. I don't need to put myself out there. You deserve to be out there. You deserve to have all of those fantasies come true with some lad who is
mad for you.
And maybe they can't play the piano. And maybe they don't. Maybe they're don't have a strong academic background. Maybe they're thick.
Maybe they don't play at funerals.
Maybe you're gonna
maybe they play
end
at weddings.
up with somebody that has an ugly smile, that's passionate about nothing, that's dense, and that's unattractive.
More importantly,
but they'll be real.
Maybe you'll find someone who's passionate about you.
Yes.
Do you like that? I like that because I think that's what you need. You
see, here's the interesting thing. All of your fantasies involve Fiacre doing something amazing. Like,
what
really, you should be fantasizing about yourself doing amazing things because, that's that. I think they're safe fantasies because at least you get something out of that.
There's boom boxes and dozen roses singing "You Belong to Me." Look, honestly, Fiacre, you have.
I don't think this is going to be. Don't get me wrong. I don't think this is going to be easy.
No.
Because those fantasies are so comfortable and so safe.
Yeah.
But.
The one that got away is always difficult.
And I'll tell you something else. Even if Fiacre does stick around, right? Mm-hmm. The fact that you're having these fantasies means that even if Fiacre showed up at your door and confessed undying love for you, any relationship you could have with them is kind of ruined by the fact that you've had all these fantasies.
Because you've created an alternative, and if he doesn't quite live up to that moment...
And nobody can ever live up to it.
No, never.
And it can just be like...
I mean, you felt like that when you knocked on my door all those years ago, didn't you? You were worried that I wouldn't live up to your expectation.
Exactly.
You had to readjust.
I had to separate the legend from the woman.
Yeah.
Niamh.
I know.
And I'm still trying to do that.
30 odd years later.
So, look, Fiacre. No, not Fiacre. Look, Paul. This man is gone. He's dead. Forget him.
Yeah.
Punish yourself for indulging in these fantasies, right? And get out there and get yourself a real life Fiacre.
Oh, yeah.
And send us photographs.
And we want photos.
And also we want, like, when it does happen, we want, like, one of these intensely written letters
I love your letter.
about how good it all is.
I know.
And it will be good. It'll be great.
It'll be amazing.
But stop. This man does not deserve all of the things that you are projecting onto him. He
No, I
doesn't.
agree.
Because here's the thing. Those things that you're projecting, they're very precious.
Yeah.
And he doesn't deserve them.
No, he doesn't. And the other thing I'm going to say is don't solve all your problems by meeting someone straight away because we want more problems from you.
I thought Niamh was going to go slow burn. I was like, don't you dare do slow burn, Paul. You get out there. You ride the first
No.
man. You ride the first man that looks at you crooked.
No. I just don't want you to not send me the rest of your problems.
But listen, Paul, keep in touch.
Thank you.
We want to hear from
love
you.
this letter.
Niamh, it's time to go.
Oh, it is.
Enough is enough.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for listening to us. We would love you to subscribe to Head Stuff Plus.
Yes, please.
Vintage Rants will be out the week after next,
Yes.
I believe.
I think so.
And agonyrants@gmail.com if you want to send us in a problem.
Oh, please. And we're loving that you send them into the mailbox. That's really
Yeah,
helpful.
who would have thought it only took 149 episodes?
Are we 150?
Well, somewhere around that, yeah.
Are we doing the Ask Me Anything?
Yes, we are. We are well timed, Niamh.
Yeah.
Well remembered. If we're doing an Ask Me Anything episode for our 150th episode, so if ever you wanted to ask us anything about anything, not the Eurovision.
Okay.
It's been
I think
well
they've all
covered.
heard enough about that now.
It's been well covered.
Yeah. Or Sonia.
Or
Stop it now.
yes, send us. You can send us an Ask Me Anything to agonyrants@gmail.com. Or what I'm going to do is just the week of it, I'm going to put one of those Instagram boxy things up. And then
I'm
we
really
will
looking forward to
address them all.
Yeah.
Even the filthy ones. Well, I'll talk to Phil. Niamh's national treasure, but
I don't know.
we'll drag it out of her. And we will chat to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.